whatever you have at home, and there may be a whole tablespoon of something.
Yep, save some money.
Yeah, save some money, but also make sure your recipes are delicious and delightful. Chef Mark Gill is back with us with Prepology. First of all, who is Prepology?
The proprietary brand. You caught me.
One
Our
more time.
proprietary brand, our house brand. Listen, this is our team, our crew, scouring all of the suppliers, everybody we know globally, and bringing back to you the best, funnest, coolest, most exciting kitchen gadgets you're going to put in your home.
Not just one, but two grinders.
Exactly.
One for pepper, one for salt. And you, just depending on how you turn it upside down, and then use those little handles on the side to grind it. These are ceramic grinders, yes?
I love them, love them, love them. That's the washboard on the front, on the back there. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Let's cover the basics, all right? This is spring-loaded. All you're going to do is give that a little squeeze, and that's it. Your dash of pepper or your pinch of salt, that's what that is. Every single time you dispense that, you can see it down there on the plate, that's going to give you that perfect pinch or that perfect dash. Let's flip it over.
You can control the output and the coarse grind.
Oh,
yes?
my goodness. So you can control everything. This is a superhero in the kitchen. Because remember, this is not a dispenser. This is a mill. That means it grinds. So listen, I got to show you how to fill it up, and then we're really going to get into some fun, okay? So you've got a top and a bottom. You can use them put together, or hey, you can use them separately, no problem at all. And to fill them up, you've got two rubber stoppers on the inside. Now listen, I was looking at the reviews. When they're new, these are stiff. Of course they're going to be stiff. They're brand new. As you bring them out, of course it's going to loosen up over time, much easier to pop off, and you're going to get a little funnel, expandable, silicone, washable. I love it. It just sits right on the top, and then you're going to take your favorite spice, your rock salt, your Himalayan salt, your peppers, and listen, we're going to get into some of the extra stuff that you can put in here, the spices that are in your cupboard to really jazz things up. Fill that up as much as you want. You take that off. This guy pops right on back. Then you'll do the pepper side, and you'll join them together, and it really is that simple. You can use them with either the two handles on top of each other, or you can use them in an opposite fashion. So that's the particulars. I love the colors. Now let's get into why I think this is so exciting, okay? As a new chef in the kitchen, as a new cook who's really trying to impress, the number one tool that you've got is seasoning. It's the simplest and it's the easiest. So look what we've done here. Instead of just salt, how about salt and rosemary on my steak to start things off? And I can even control how much I want to go on there with a dial that makes it a thick grind or a thin grind. So now, not just the salt, but those herbs, those fun spices are going to hit the top of that steak. And like I said, this is not a dispenser. This is a grinder. This is a mill. So let me show you this. There is that ceramic washboard that crushes that pepper as it falls through. So it's not just dispensing the pepper, it's grinding it. And the reason that's important, it's just like any other food that you cut. It expands the surface area, which means more flavor.
And you don't ever underestimate the power of seasoning.
Yes,
because
sir.
it can really change your dish. We have it in color choices. You use a color because it either matches your kitchen or makes you smile. That'll do exactly the same job. Now I have this in red, or we call this tomato. Then we have cracked pepper, and we have eggshell on the end. Of course they're called tomato, cracked pepper, and eggshell. Why shouldn't they be? And this is very important because the funnel is included, so it's easy to fill. You're not going to be cupping your hand around it, trying to pour it in. We've all been there,
over the floor.
right? And then it ends up all over the floor, and then the dog goes up, and then they're like, this tastes good. So this is, I tried to tell you. This is really important, and you get these covers.
Yeah.
Because when you're not using these, you don't want them to
slide around the counter, a little bit to drop out on the counter. No, we're going to give you those silicone toppers for the top and bottom. Now listen, this is where it gets fun, okay? Like I said, try, have some fun in the kitchen. Instead of just Himalayan salt, why not take a little bit of Himalayan salt with paprika on your next salad and give that a try? I got to tell you something. You know what? So many of us love to go out to eat because we like to experience different flavors, different styles, different ways that people cook. Now you can do it in your own home because the basis of what they're doing comes down to seasoning. So dig in that cupboard, have a little fun, see what you got in there, and load this guy up. How about pepper flakes the next time you try a chowder? This is, I mean, you want to talk about waking up a boring dish of soup. This will do it every single time. And if I flip it over, how about a little bit of salt and cumin to jazz up the next bowl? Your options are limitless, David.
And spices don't necessarily go bad, they go stale.
True.
So it's important sometimes to grind them because then you release the oils inside.
Exactly right, exactly right. So, listen, basic, salt and pepper. Give it a little squeeze. That's your dash, or that's your pinch. And then when you want to get inventive and have some fun, start adding those different herbs and spices you got up in the cupboard. You're going to surprise
do
yourself.
different blends. If you try to add them yourself, you're going to probably end up with too much spice because you end up pouring it in. I know I do. This is very easy to do it very professionally. And Chef Gil, good to have you back, sir. You're coming back with more?
I got one more.
All right, we're looking forward to it. In the meantime, let's head over here and let's talk about 3 different sections in our trifold splatter guard. Mark Charles is back there. There he is. All right, now what we're seeing